hard time here.
Hey, everybody. Brian Courtney's on.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Hayden.
Hope everybody's doing well. I'm in the car. I'm eating as well.
Yeah, me too.
All right, I'm showing 7 o'clock. I think we've got most of the folks I needed to log on for speaking parts. So let's go ahead and kick it off. And start off with, so everybody, welcome. Glad you could all join us today. We've got almost 30 folks online. I'm going to mute everyone so we can control the background noise. Welcome to the SandBox Route virtual quarterly update brief. I see a lot of you that were on the virtual briefings with us back in May when we did these things every day, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, as we would have done for the morning briefings on the route. So good to see all of y'all back and see so much interest in the route. The reason we want to do this is to let everyone see what's going on and how the planning has come along, get a look at some of the leadership on the route, and let some of the leadership get a look at you. Plus, if we're giving this this briefing now, there's a lot of folks out here that aren't in our meetings every month that might have some ideas that we could use. So we want to have everybody feel like they've got some involvement in the route. This is your route. Want you to feel ownership and involvement in the planning of it. And so when we're all come together in May, it's not a surprise to anyone, and you have an understanding what to expect. So to kick it off, I want to make some introductions. I know that all of these folks aren't online, but I want to say their name. If you're part of the leadership or state coordinator list, then get your finger near your mute button, and when I call your name, just say hello so that you pop up and everyone can see you. So first thing is, I know that Six String was going to log in. I don't know. Yeah, he's here. Six String, our route coordinator. There he is.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, Six String?
Good, good. Thank you all for joining us this evening.
Yeah, glad you could join us. Next one is our road guard captain, Don, Tennessee. I know you've heard him speak up here already. Say hello, Don.
Hello, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to press all these buttons since I was muted.
Okay. Next is our platoon coordinator, G-Rex, Paul Steglater. G-Rex, you on?
If he's not, I'll see him in the morning and I will tell him you mentioned his name.
He needs to be on.
I apologize.
He's one of my speakers.
He's somewhere here in Phoenix trying to find a hotel room, I think. I tried to get him to come to the house. So He should be on soon.
All right, good. We'll talk to him when he is. The next one is Core, Jerry Wilkins, our advanced team lead. There he is.
Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody. Well,
hey, Jerry. And is Thelma and Louise on? Mona Perry.
Yeah, here we go.
Louise, Thelma's coming to the door.
Okay, I see you.
Hello, Thelma.
Hello, Thelma.
Well, we can't mention Thelma without Louise. They're fuel team leads. So appreciate you guys. Let's see. Smokestack, Steve Solari, our fuel team lead. Steve, you on? Okay. Senior Chaplain Brandon McCrae, 5-0. I don't see his name on the participants. Our ambassador lead is Don Easy Burns. Outreach is Dave Double D Davies. I think you're on, aren't you, Dave?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Sure do.
Okay, well, there you go. Technology is a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is. Good to see you. Let's see. Medical lead is Wade Wills, Big Country. And our leadership admin and a huge assistant and huge help to me for coordinating all these meetings and keeping up with where I'm supposed to be and the notes for everything is Mike Kaiser, Bonehead. You saw him just a minute ago.
Yeah, here I am, guys. Hi.
Good to see you, Mike. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, sir.
See, our leadership support lead is Ken Lay, Radar. I don't know if Radar's on or not. And registration, top Sarge, Shirley Scott. I know she's not going to be able to dial in. And merchandise lead, Carol Olmstead, she won't be able to either. It's part of the problem is trying to do a coast-to-coast meeting is somebody's always either too late or too early. So it's interfering with their workday to get on. So I want to, I don't need everybody to say hello. Or if you're state coordinator or assistant and you're on, go ahead and unmute your mic. I'm going to go down the list and say hello when I get to you. So first is our Maryland state coordinator, Sam Warner, Polar Bear. Did you make it on yet, Sam?
Yeah, I made it on. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Sam, good to see you. Pennsylvania state coordinator, Tom Schultz, Kid. Didn't see him on the list. West Virginia, Dave Kane, Hambone. And then Ohio East is Brandon McRae. Assistant is Holly Gilman. Holly, are you on? Okay. Ohio West, Jenny Ward, Lady Jen. Ohio West Assistant, Marvin Potts. I think Marvin's on, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Sorry. I was messing with the buttons as well.
Okay. Thanks, Marvin. Good to see you. And then Indiana State Coordinator, Brian Courtney. Hated.
Hey, guys. Yep.
Hey.
Hope everybody's doing well.
Good to see you. And then last but not least is Ed Samuel, Effing Nuts. Ed, you on? All right. Well, these are just some of the people that are leading teams and working behind the scenes. And there's probably several other of you on that are on teams that are assisting as well. And we appreciate all you're doing. And see, we've got at least two of our board members on. Mojo, Diane McKee is there. And I saw a baby picture a minute ago.
Well, thank you. I'm not a baby anymore.
Yeah, glad you could join us. Okay, so that's our folks. I want to talk a few things about some RC topics, then I'm going to pass down to our, we've got 5 speakers lined out. That's Paul G. Rex Steglater, our platoon coordinator, is going to talk a little bit about the platoon organization. Jerry Wilkins, advanced team lead, is going to give us an update on fuel and staging issues. Tennessee is going to give us a rundown on current issues with the route and planning. Cupcake, Mary McElroy, I saw her on the list too. Public affairs coordinator and missing man coordinator is going to speak a little bit about the missing man coordinator process. And then lastly, Double D is going to give us a rundown of some outreach issues. So first I'll go through some topics I've got. First, registration. We are still closed on registration with 331 people currently registered. After the end of May, I offered to open up the standby list again, and it is open. And I've mentioned that each time I've read an RC newsletter. And have several, maybe a dozen or so on the standby list, and about that many people have actually dropped or decided that they weren't going to be able to make it, unfortunately. So about to put the standby list into registration, so they'll be all registered for the SandBox route. And expect it'll open up a little more as we get closer. So the second thing is our quartermaster just a week ago was one of the ones that had to step down from the route. He's not going to be able to go. So I'm looking for someone to be our SandBox route coordinator. If you're interested in that or know someone who may be, drop me an email and we'll talk about it, let you know what it all entails, and you can decide if you want to step into the leadership role to take care of that. It's really busy at the beginning and the end of the route. Throughout the route, not so much, but there's still work to do. But it's a very important position. We have so much gear that is accounted for, passed out, and collected at the beginning and end of the routes. See, next thing, where are they? The SandBox route patches. I still have a number of these available. See, can you see that? Why is it going to disappear on me? Wait, maybe if I hold it close to my face. There we go. The SandBox route commemorative patch is still available. We have a number of them left. If anybody wants one, or if you've already ordered one, then you want some more, I put information in the RC newsletter about that as well. So just drop me an email. I'd be glad to get one out to you. Also want to make a pitch for the Amazon Prime Smile, the Amazon Smile I don't know, process, whatever. If you use Amazon Prime to order things, you can log in through something called Amazon Smile. It doesn't change the cost of anything you buy, and it doesn't add any cost to you. It's just that the Run for the Wall is listed as one of the organizations that is a beneficiary from Amazon Prime, and whenever you order anything, a percentage of what you pay, what you spend, goes back to the Run. If you look on the last director's newsletter, board of directors newsletter from Les Williams, he spoke about it a little bit and talked about how to get in it. So I recommend you take a look at that. Last thing I've got is Cliff Brummel's Breacher, our camping coordinator, would like to make a quick announcement about some issues with camping, and then we'll move on to our speakers. So Breacher, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Got a few information updates from yesterday on our camping arrangements. On May 30th, our first night stop, Pam, the administrator, she's working on with the board at the church to make it available for us. And when she gets that approval, she'll naturally pass it on to me, and then I'll pass it on to Buzz. May 31st, our second stop in Lafayette, Indiana, will be at the AOK campground. We're already locked in there, penciled in to use the group campsite area. I do need to call back around the 1st of May if we have any numbers to try to give them what it's going to look like camper-wise. Then on the 1st of June, our last night, our camp will be at the Alumni Illinois State Park. The park ranger mentioned to me yesterday, need to start making those reservations the 1st of January, 6 months prior to us arriving. And you will be signing up for the Whitetail Campground. Sites 60 through 80 are electricity, and then if you go 81 to 104 in that campground are non-electric. So I would just recommend get those reservations in, and hopefully we'll have a good trip, and I'll keep everybody abreast if any changes come about. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Breacher. All that information will be published in the hotel and camping list when it comes out in at the 1st of January as well. Okay, thank you. So let's move on to our speakers. The first is G-Rex, our platoon coordinator. G-Rex, you up? I would put him first. Huh?
Yeah, I sent him a text. I don't know if he got it. I'm hoping he'd get on here.
Okay, we'll
He
come
was
back.
at the hotel. He might be in the shower. He's had a tough day, long ride.
All right, we'll come back to him. Let's go to Jerry Wilkins.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm going to say looking forward to 2021. First off, I'd like to introduce Thelma and Louise. Everybody knows them. Wave High Girls. Those are my ladies. I've been working with them on the Midway route. They do a fantastic job. I did not see Steve Smokestack on here. Steve, are you here, buddy? I haven't seen him on here. And then to assist me this year on the advanced team, I have Anthony Cerrone. Hey, Anthony, are you on here, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you for the introduction.
Yeah, Anthony's rode with us last year on the recon. Real good guy. I look forward to handing the torch to him in the next couple of years for the advanced team lead. Don, Tennessee, Dean and I worked very well together over the last couple of years. I contacted all of our fuel stops when the run was canceled this year. I contacted all of them for day 1 and day 2. They're all looking forward to us. I know Don has made the initial contact for Batista, Illinois, that fuel stop we have there. I have looked at that fuel stop on Google Earth. It's real promising, and everything looks very well for our fuel stop. Just a little bit of info on how the teams will be operating this year. Anthony and myself will be leaving about an hour ahead of time of the published Get Stands Up. We'll get to the first fuel stop. Each individual fuel stop, we'll make introductions. We'll make sure the egress and the inbound and the outbound can go as discussed, as brief. We'll make any adjustments if need be. We'll make contact inside the fuel stations. We'll come up with the pumps that this fuel station wants us to use, and we will come up with the financial end of that. And then we'll, not long after us, fuel team will be arriving, and we'll get them fueled, get them staged so we can all get out. Then soon after them will be the staging team, and here comes Thelma and Louise and their gang. We'll get them fueled, and then we'll be ready for the pack to come on through. But like I said, Don, Keen, and I work together very closely to make sure the road guards and all the advanced teams are in line together. So it's a smooth transition for the pack coming in and departing. I look forward to working with everybody once again. Thank you again. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. That's about it for me, bud.
Hey, thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. For those of you who may not know, Jerry's also the ARC for the Midway route this year. So he's a very busy man out for the Run for the Wall.
This is Kid. Does anybody hear me out there?
Yeah.
Okay, I finally figured out how to put my volume on. I've been here since the beginning. I just didn't know how to get my volume on.
Okay, good to see you. Tom is state coordinator for
Pennsylvania.
Good to see you, Tom.
All right.
Okay, next up is Tennessee, Don King.
Hey, everybody. I'm glad to be here. Hey, Tom, I'm glad you got your volume up. I'm sorry I declined your call.
I was trying to get somebody to help me, that's all.
Okay, we got, I mean, this year's gonna kind of be unique. I mean, we've got some definitive challenges right out of the bat. The first challenge is on day 1. And Tom will test to this. We're coming out of DC. We got a couple of exits that we've got 1 mile to move from exit from lane 2 to lane 4 to make the exit. So the platoon leaders and G-Rex needs to be aware of that. Obviously, as we get closer, I'll define those exits for G-Rex so the platoons can be aware of them. And then after we leave Flight 93 on day one, we've got to go through the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and it's going to be critical that we close up to a no distance between platoons, so no vehicle can get on, because we're going to go through the Pennsylvania Turnpike. They have two on-ramp stalls, and those stalls, we're going to go left track, right track, and we got to make sure no car has to stop for a ticket when we get on to the on-ramp. We fuel on the turnpike, and that's not a problem. Everybody that wants to be paid for on the turnpike needs to be at the fuel site, i.e. ambassadors, outreach, fuel, advance. Everybody's got to be at that fuel stop to be able to get off and go to the turnstile, where there again we're going through left track, right track, and it's no pay because we're going to pre-give them a list of the amount of people that are going through. So day one's kind of a critical thing from the standpoint of what we can do in the future with Pennsylvania. I'm really want to lean forward in the saddle on Pennsylvania Turnpike because it's critical for our future activities. Day two, the only issues there is we have a lot of construction on day two, and we got to be cognizant of shifting lanes, and everybody needs to be aware of the fact that, you know, in construction, we've got divots and all kinds of stuff in the lanes that we're going to have to traverse. So just need to be aware on day two. On day three, I'm really excited about day three. We've changed day three completely. I mean, we're going to go to VA home in Lafayette. And then after that, we're going to go to a town called Waseca, Illinois, who's wanting to host us. And we're going to ride by two schools and actually visit a high school. And then we're going to eat at the American Legion, who's got a 40-acre park, and lay a wreath at their memorial. And then from there, we're going to fuel in Waseca and then go on to Marcel's. And we should have in the mission about 1,530 or 1,600 at the latest would be my guess. We've yet to finalize all the activities in Waseca, and I don't know the answer to some of those questions yet, but we're working on it. Ed, Bugs, I mean, I called Mayor all hands today, and he hadn't responded. So I don't know about our call tomorrow, Bugs. So other than that, that's kind of a recap of day 1, 2, 3. Day one's really critical because, I mean, you know, that's gonna be the first day we all ride together, and we need to be really working hard to make that coordination work out. Other than that, thank you, unless somebody has a question to me.
Doesn't sound like it. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've got the just on a side note, I've got the meeting ready. If they come back at any time during the day, I can send it out and we'll be ready to go.
The PA Turnpike is on board for next year.
Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be a very important evolution for us. We've got to do that right because we want to keep them on our side. But with the great group of riders we have and the leadership and planning that's going into this, I have no doubt we'll be able to do it just fine. Okay, let's thank you, Don. Let's move on. Next up is Cupcake, Mary McElroy. For those of you who were on the, may have been on the recon run last year, you know that Mary is a huge part of the origination, the planning of this, the original recon, and really was the part of the genesis getting this thing off the ground to begin with. So I want to turn the floor to Mary to talk about public affairs some and missing man coordinator and whatever else is on your mind. Mary, over to you.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to see so many of you in these trying times, and I know everybody's very busy, so I appreciate your time and wherever you're at to come on board here. I want to thank Dawn, Tennessee, route coordinator, Bugs here, and state coordinators for the ever-changing evolution, especially with COVID-19 in businesses and different places. Are they open? Are they not open? Are we changing our routes? Who can see us? Who can't see us? And so it's a difficult journey, and we're trying to stay consistent in the word that SandBox right now and Run for the Wall right now, as we know it, is a go for 2021. There's been some back chatter and questions out in the world, and even when I go to some events, people telling me it's canceled. I'm like, well, that's funny. I haven't heard any of that. So one of the ways that we can negate that is to make sure that people have the right information, and a couple of places to remember to direct people to would be the Run for the Wall website, where SandBox does have its own route hub. So the SandBox hub on the Run for the Wall website. And also we have our own Facebook page. So if you're not on our Facebook page, I encourage you to come to the Facebook page and make sure that your teams, your supporters, your family members are all invited to that Facebook page. If you haven't seen it yet, it's RFTW, the initials, RFTW SandBox. And that is our official Facebook page for our route. And so we double over the route coordinator newsletters that Bugs puts out. Those types of things are all doubled over into that route specific Facebook page. So please invite your teams to that. Also your leadership teams, your open riders that you know that are coming, your even supporters. Shout out to Terry on this call right now and her elderly mother. She's one of our just supporters in Indiana that waves us in. We want to let them know that that Facebook page exists, the route coordinator newsletters, the Zoom meetings that we're going to be trying to have quarterly. So please, 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 when I say tag and share, it really means please tag and share. Please let all of your people know that anyone interested in this route, even as a supporter and someone that waves a flag, is so welcome to come in and be a part of what we're doing. Patty, Peppermint Patty Wave, Miss Patty, who is on this call, is on leadership support and helping me with public affairs. Once we get a little closer, she'll be doing sit reps and things like that. We definitely want to continue getting the word out. And if any of you were on recon and have photos or stories, now would be a good time to get those up on our Facebook page and start showing people where we've been, who we are, what we did, and that we're excited to come back after a year hiatus, unfortunately, and but we're still coming. I'm so excited to see some of the ambassadors on here who are spreading the word for us as well. Okay, and so what we have also on the missing man side, our missing man chaplain will be Alan Atkins, who rides by Tahoe. Typically he is part of the M25 chaplain corps and rides on Southern Route. So you may be familiar with him if you have ridden Southern Route. I'm very grateful to have him back as my partner in this missing man team. We're really going to be looking at this missing man leg as a really big wellness aspect, and for lack of better terms, not just a chance to ride up front for a while. If you look at our numbers, our numbers for our riders are similar to Midway Route. And so Midway Route, you know, would have 10 days and all of those legs, an opportunity for people to rotate in and out of the missing man coordinator, the missing man escort position. But on SandBox, we're only a 3-day route. So we are going to be very, very, very limited to the number of riders, the number of legs that can fill those escort positions. So this is going to be a little bit more of a, for lack of better term, selection process. And we'll be releasing some information on that, and then people will be able to email back to me kind of a, almost, if I hate to say it, but almost like an application process. But with that, just know, for anybody that's kind of talking to people about riding as a missing man escort, for the ambassadors on this call, whatnot, is that priority will be given even in a moment to a Gold Star family, a POW or MIA family. So we don't always know that those people are riding with us, and we may find out en route that those people are with us, and we may ask them if they would like to fill one of those escort legs and positions. And for those of you who have asked me how many people, how many legs, how many escorts there will be, we don't have that answer yet, because as you've heard from the state coordinators and from Tennessee, we're still finalizing the route for 2021. So once that has been finalized and then the route cards and everything has been made, then I'll know how many legs we have and how many people we can slide in. I hope that makes sense. So I can't give anybody a number right now because the route is subject to change. That's all I really have for missing man coordinator right now. I have been talking with prior and current missing man some of the current missing man coordinators from the other routes, just really trying to take the best feeling from each of those routes, and some people who have ridden that escort leg from different routes, and what they really, what really spoke to their heart and what really made it impactful for them. And we're really trying to pull that together and take the best of all things and bring that to SandBox. Other than that, I don't have anything else unless anybody else. Oh, I will say that for promotions, meaning kind of like your raffle type things, look as we get closer for Peppermint Patty and I putting out the call for donations, for raffle prizes, gift certificates, things we can raffle off, things that we can auction off, things like that, fundraisers, just as you would be used to in your other routes. We'll be putting out the call for that, and I'll be working with the new quartermaster on how we're going to ship those from west to east and all those types of things. So, okay, thank you everybody, and good to see you all on board. And Bugs, unless you have any questions for me.
There, I was muted. No questions right now. Anybody have questions for Mary? Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate the rundown and all that you do. Appreciate it. Dave.
How are you, Bugs?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm now, I think I'm officially transitioned from California to Arkansas. So that's a good thing. There are still some boxes, but yeah, I found time to put about, I don't know.
I think that's funny.
Yeah, it's been an interesting for sure. But I'm enjoying the quiet and solitude and the currently the fresh air. So anyway,
nice.
Glad to have everybody on board this evening. A little bit about kind of the conversations that we've had, and we being David McElroy is helping out with outreach, and many of you may know him from his work with Flags of Honor. He may or may not. I know he's on a Flags of Honor mission today. I don't know if he's on board tonight. Craig Corris is also part of my team. I've given Craig kind of a pass because, if I'm not mistaken, Mary, wasn't he getting married like this past weekend? So he's not on double secret probation, but he will be getting some more phone calls from me in the next couple of weeks as things, I'm sure, settle down for him. The goal that I have set out for outreach, the primary goal is to have Gold Star and uniformed military presence at each of our lunch and dinner stops. So along with that, in regards to that, I'm working with Michelle White from the Ohio Survivor Outreach Services. And she has been a godsend. She's put me in contact with a number of people Jenny Ward has also been very helpful. She's put me in contact with a couple of Gold Star families in the Ohio area as well. Everybody kind of went into hibernation as COVID really hit full stride, and we came up into the Memorial Day weekend. Knowing, as Michelle says, yeah, Memorial Day is really kind of a 4 to 5 week process for military observances. So I'm maintaining some contacts, and I am reaching out to people along those lines. I am still working very closely with the Gold Star network that I'm a part of in California, but there are some hurdles to work through with regards to getting names and contact information. I've secured the necessary form, the magical DD 2536, for securing uniformed military representation. But again, the military bases are all still in a COVID-19 restriction, so they are not releasing those types of activities at this point. But I am still working to get contact information from as many locations as possible. I am actually going to get either on the motorcycle or in the truck next week. I'm making a trip to Macon and then up to Pennsylvania. I've got family up there. So it's my intention to hit all of at least the current proposed lunch and dinner stops, put names with faces, introduce myself, and try and touch base with some of the local American Legion posts along the way, as well as the VFW posts we're working with. Bugs, I think I mentioned to you, and if I haven't, I will get you some more specific information. The Tri-State Military Veterans Museum in Belmont, Ohio, has been more than open to us coming to see them. They're about 15 miles from St. Clairsville. So their hours are very limited, or at least last spring were very limited. But the director, Kim Kuthi, has been more than open to whenever it worked for us. If we wanted to try and put together a contingent of riders to go out after the dinner stop in St. Clairsville, they would be more than happy to open the doors, or if we wanted to do something the next morning as a separate outreach entity. So I'll keep you posted on that, and she's on my contact list. I am open to anybody's suggestions on how we can engage outreach here, in particular with regards to Gold Star families. It's still going to be, I'm working again with my California friends to make it as respectful and dignified and non-embarrassing as I possibly can. But we do want to actively pursue their participation, whether we can get them in as a short ride, but certainly at those stops to be able to mention the names of their fallen heroes. That's kind of the direction I'm going in at this point. So, but I am open to any and all suggestions. Drop me an email and or give me a call. Both my contact information is on the website. So if nobody has any questions, I think I covered all of my notes. I'm good to go.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Dave?
No questions for Dave, but Bugs, I just talked to G-Rex and he's trying to log on right now.
Okay, good deal.
Hey, Bugs, I'm here.
There he is.
When will Dave be coming up to Pennsylvania?
My plan is I'm leaving probably Monday or Tuesday. I'm anticipating being at my uncle's house in Pittsburgh that weekend. So weekend after this coming weekend. So I'm more than happy to give you a call and maybe we can touch base and sit down and have a.
Yeah, that would be good. I got some
Yeah.
people in mind for Gold Star families,
Okay.
personal friends
Yeah.
for Gold Star. So
I will give you a call. My agenda from Macon and Atlanta up to Pennsylvania is pretty fragmented right now, but I'll be firming that up, and as soon as I've got a better idea, I'll give you a call and let's get together.
all righty, sounds good.
Okay.
Good deal. Awesome. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate all you're doing. So, G-Rex, you're up on with it now?
Hey, I got a comment for Dave before you move to G-Rex, if that's okay.
Sure. I show up late and then I get put on hold. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Dave, this is Don, Tennessee, okay?
Yes, sir.
Hey, give me a call tomorrow when you get a chance.
Okay.
And talk about Gold Stars, because I'm working with Mr. Day and Wasika about Gold Stars.
Okay.
And I need to pass that information to you.
Perfect. I'll get on the phone with you tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, G-Rex, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey,
over to you, brother.
The life of a private investigator. You know, I try and head to Kerrville for the family reunion. In Mesa, Arizona, currently went KSD, and then had some ugly PI stuff that I had to work on. So apologies for being late. But we're trying to get a child molester arrested back in the great state of Oregon. So I figured that would be a good reason for a tardiness. So hey, welcome. I'm going to change this hat at the ride into a maroon hat, and so I'm going to be your platoon coordinator. I've talked to a lot of you folks already because you signed up last year, and the philosophy of the platoons is that all like platforms are going to be in a specific platoon. So you don't have to worry about riding as a motorcycle with a trike and a Can-Am. They're not going to be platypus platoons. They're going to be platform specific. So if you have a motorcycle, you're riding with motorcycles. If you have a Can-Am, you're riding with Can-Ams. If you have a trike, you're riding with trikes. We've got an outstanding group of platoon leaders and APLs and tail gunners. You'll all be getting contact from your platoon leaders. If you haven't already, from last year, you've got that kind of established relationship. That's going to go ahead and continue. Your PLs and your APLs and your tail gunner will welcome you with open arms and look forward to rolling out of Arlington and heading to the Middle East conflict wall. So we want to just make sure that by the time we're kickstands up in Washington, that you know who your platoon is, that you know who your wing person is going to be, who your APL, PL, and tail gunner are, which is going to be unique. So you're going to have 8 months to kind of cohese as a group, so that when we roll out of Arlington, you guys are already semi-dialed in. And we got a great opportunity that this new ride is presenting us with, and I think that having the time to build camaraderie amongst the platoons is going to be an outstanding thing. So with the help of my PLs and APLs and tail gunners, I'll be able to report back to the higher ups that we're all dialed in, we're good to go, and we're going to make you look good, boss.
You already look good. Thanks. Appreciate it. Anybody have any questions for G-Rex? All right.
Hey, T-Rex, is it tomorrow morning and we're leaving for Kerrville yet?
Yeah, in a couple hours. I'll see you, Bonehead, in a couple hours. Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll send you information on where we're going to meet in the morning.
Outstanding. Yeah, I'm right off of Gilbert and 60, so.
I'll see y'all down there. All right. Well, I want to open it up now for just general questions. Anybody have any questions, comments? Just a little bit of open discussion time. We've got time here at the end here for anybody to speak up. So now's your chance.
Yeah, this is Kid. You said the registration was closed, but you're opening it back up. How you?
The standby is open. So if anybody is registered already for one of the other routes and wants to get in on SandBox, I need to write to that sb-registration@rftw.us.
Because I'm trying to find out, this was brought up for this generation of veterans, and if they can't do the run, they pretty much can't do this run.
Yeah.
At this point in time, I mean, if we're wanting to bring this younger generation in, and we're not letting them. Is there any plans in the future to be able to do that other than using the other 3 legs to bring people into this new?
Yes, there is. And if there's somebody that's a SandBox or a veteran that is looking to get out on the run, have them just write me. If you know somebody, write me at sb-registration@rftw.us, and I'll do everything I can to get them into the route. We should be able to do that. Yes.
All right.
Okay. Anybody else or is that it? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's just a thing. I just want to make sure. I mean, we're wanting to bring these people in.
Yeah. Well, I do too. And the reason we're doing that is just to not explode this onto our first time supporters. But there's no intention to cut somebody out that really needs to be here. I mean, part of our mission is to reach out to veterans and support their friends and families, especially WIAs, KIAs. So if you feel like somebody needs to be on this route, then we need to get them on the route.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you. Hey, any other comments or questions? Anybody?
Hey, Bugs. I was remiss. I think Jim's on here. He's my assistant road guard captain. You on here, Jim? Well, maybe not. I thought he was.
Can't find the mute button.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said maybe he can't find the turn off the mute button.
Right on the left.
I don't see his name on the participants.
Okay, well, I thought he was going to be on here, and I was remiss in introducing him, so I just wanted to do that. Jim Brzezinski is my assistant road guard captain. He's really a great guy, so I just wanted to give him an opportunity.
All right.
And somebody was wanting to ask me a question. Go ahead.
It's Polar Bear.
Hey, buddy.
I just want to let you know I will get a video from Arlington all the way up through Maryland on the GoPro so that we can post it so everybody knows exactly what it's looking like.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool because there is some issues coming out of DC, as you well know.
Yeah, those exit positions. Yeah, okay, great. Thanks, Polar Bear. Good to see you.
Hey, Bugs?
Yeah, Jerry?
Hey, looks like Smokestack just showed up. Hey, Steve.
Oh, good.
Smokestack, you there?
Yeah, I'd like to introduce Steve. He's the fuel team lead for SandBox this year. He's the guy's chest we were all beating on in 2019.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Steve. Good to see you.
Hey, Steve.
Anything you want to add, Steve?
Not really.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you.
Hey, Bugs, this is Dee. Hey, Bugs.
Yeah,
Hey, I got an opportunity to pass on a thank you to a lot of folks that's on this it's on this video, and I just want to say thanks to everybody for what you do, and I really appreciate you. So that's it.
Thank you, Dee. Appreciate that.
Hey, Bugs, this is Gary Paulson in Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey,
And
Gary.
you fellows in Phoenix that are heading to Kernville. And I had lapel pins made up for Run for the Wall this year to hand out. And if you guys in Phoenix would like to take some to Kernville, I'd be glad to. I was going to pass them out to the schools and stuff along the road, but you know, I'd be glad to meet the guys that are here in Phoenix and give them a bunch of them to take to Kernville to the reunion.
Hey, Gary, this is Mike. We're leaving from East Mesa in the morning, but if you can get out to Gilbert in the 60, Paul is in the hotel there. He might be able to hook up with you. Are you in, what part of Phoenix are you in? I'm in Central Phoenix. Okay, not Brenda, Barbara, I forget, Dragonfly is on West Phoenix. I need to get a phone number from you. I hate to do it right on here. If I got a way to get a phone number
I don't
from you.
care. I'm not anonymous, man.
All right, give me a phone number and I'll give it to Barbara and maybe maybe she can make some arrangements with you to get them from you. She's going to be riding through Phoenix tomorrow from the west side. What number would you want her to call?
It's 480-529-8226.
480-529-8226. Okay, when I get off this call and have some dinner, then I'll get with her and I'll give you a call myself.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Gary and Mike. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
Bugs.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, I got some of those pins, so I'll be bringing some of those with me to the reunion. I have some of those pins I got from Gary, so I'll be bringing some of those to the reunion.
How many do you still have, Cliff?
Burn down.
I just have one bag. You just gave me one bag, so I'll bring that bag to the reunion and hand them out.
Okay, then I'll hang on to these for, unless they want to take some more. I don't know how many people are going to be at the reunion.
Yeah, I don't know. This is my first time, so Bugs will probably be able to elaborate on that maybe.
Right now, it's close to 100.
100, yeah.
I don't know if I got 100 in that bag, but I'll bring it.
I don't think you have 100, Cliff. I don't think I gave you 100. Look, here's the stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'll give another 100 up.
Okay, I'll bring what I got.
Okay.
Okay, anybody else have any SandBox questions or comments?
Just can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Hey, Nick.
I'm one of these computer illiterate guys. How can I see everybody that's on the screen other than just a couple?
You're only going to see who's talking, baby.
Well, the last couple of people was talking. Nobody's popping up.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have any comments or questions or anything? All right. Well, I appreciate what everybody's been doing. Like I opened up with, my sixth string, Mark. You want to add anything before we close?
No, the only thing that I have is to express my appreciation to all you guys. I know how much goes on behind the scenes, and I thank you all for your efforts. If there's anything I can do to help support you guys, just let me know.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, Six String. Okay, well, I'll wrap it up here. Appreciate everybody dialing in. Hope you've enjoyed this. We plan to do it again in December for our next quarterly update briefing. And we'll probably start that one at 8 p.m. Central so that we can get some more of our West Coast folks online with us. It'll be 6 o'clock their time. So it's been fun. It's always great to see all you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing many of you down in Kerrville next weekend, or this coming weekend. So it's going to be a good time. Looking forward to next May. We're full steam ahead, planning to be there in Ontario, to DC, and into the Middle East Conflicts Wall. This run is very important to me and to all of you guys too, I know. But we're going to make it happen. So y'all stay well, stay safe, keep the rubber side down. And just remember that all roads lead to all roads. So no matter where you are, together we ride. Wall to wall.
Service.
Talk to y'all
Is
later.
it 2021 yet?
Close. Checking out.